So I want to talk about something that is very important, especially to people like me and a lot of other people in our own school. So I know you guys probably don't like sex ed. Trust me, I think it's awkward and weird too. But it is important, and we all know that. Well, we all should know that. Without it, teen pregnancy would rise, STDs would spread exponentially, and you all probably understand how important it is to know how your body changes and works. Well, let me throw in a hypothetical here. Let's just say that a lot of people around you got this education, but you did not. You had no idea why you were different and what you were feeling. When you asked others, they didn't know because, well, you were different. Because it wasn't required for the school to teach you about who you are. That wouldn't be good at all, right? This should be a thing that everybody should be taught. Well, surprisingly enough, it's not taught. That isn't a hypothetical. This is something that happens to people. It happened to me, and no one seems to be talking about it. I grew up hating myself because I didn't know that it was okay to be different. I grew up only knowing the word gay, thinking it meant stupid. I didn't know that girls could like girls or boys could like boys, and that was okay. And in school, heteronormativity made me believe that only a girl and a boy could be together. Sex ed only taught me how to care for myself if I was born female and still identify with being female. It didn't teach me about my sexual orientation, gender orientation, or anything else like that. I found this out through my own extensive research and years of experimenting with different pronouns and identities. And because no one talks about this, because some people don't even know what gay, bisexual, lesbian, pansexual, and other identities are made of, I had to grow up thinking I was stupid, different, weird, messed up, anything but normal. And this should never happen to a kid. I don't want it to happen to anybody else. So that's why I want you, yes you, to help us. If LGBT sex ed was implemented in schools, more people would be educated. People who laugh at others for being different in this way may come to understand us rather than pick on us for it. In a survey in 2015 done by the CDC, 34% of LGBT students were bullied on school property, and 28% were cyberbullied. And in another study, it has shown that LGBT students are 140% more likely than heterosexual or straight students to cut school due to their safety being threatened. Well, this really scares me, and I'm sure that it may not affect all of you. Well, not directly, but this needs to stop, and it really needs to change. And I believe implementing an all sexual orientation and gender-inclusive sex ed would be the first step. We wouldn't be bullied or made fun of as much, and we could finally be ourselves and not have to go through this alone. And I know what you may be thinking, but there aren't that many kids who are LGBT, right? Well, according to GLSEN, it is estimated that 3.2 million youth are LGBT, and I'm one of them. And I know I may not be able to change much by myself, but if you educate yourself and take a small time out of your day to find out these things to teach yourself, maybe some of you will be able to understand more. And it's even better if you already do, because there are a lot more of us than you think. We just have to stay hidden most of the time. But I don't want people to have to hide anymore. I believe this is one of many steps to bring the LGBT community out into the public eye more and not just be a background thought. No one should hate themselves for who they are and have to hide who they are. So I implore you to please go to GLSEN or the Human Rights Campaign, I'll leave the links below, and become more educated about your fellow students. Trust me, if you do, it will make a difference. And hopefully, our school will be one of the few to become more LGBT friendly and implement a fully inclusive sex education. This would help so many students grow, learn, and develop as others do. It would definitely make schools safer for us, and we wouldn't have to worry about our safety being threatened for something that we can't control. And sure, the sex ed would still be awkward, but it would finally teach all students sex ed rather than just the majority. So this is why I believe that an all gender and sexuality inclusive sexual education is such an important part of the curriculum that way too many schools are lacking in.